Secrets of Silverpine Academy, narrated by Olga Baciu. Author Liubimciki and Olga Baciu. I'm Olga. This book was written with the help of GPT-4. Ethan strode into the bustling auditorium of Silverpine Academy, the air thick with the murmurs of students and the scratch of pens against paper. It was the first debate of the year, and the energy was palpable. As he adjusted the microphone, a faint bead of sweat trickled down his temple, not from nervousness, but from the sheer force of concentrating. Today, more than ever, he needed to keep his strange ability under wraps. In the back rows, nestled among the whispers of intrigued freshmen, sat Lily. Her eyes, a clear shade of emerald, were not on the debaters, but on the vibrant ivy creeping along the old stone walls outside. She heard them, really heard them, whispering secrets of the ancient earth and the dances of the wind. It was a gift, or a curse, that had always isolated her from others. Here, in this new school, she hoped for a start free from the whispers of her past. As the debate kicked off, Ethan presented his arguments with a natural flair, his voice carrying across the room with practiced ease. Consider the implications of unchecked technological advancements, he argued, his hands gesturing smoothly to emphasize his points. The crowd was with him, hanging on every persuasive word. However, as his opponent rebutted with a particularly stinging critique, time seemed to stutter for a heartbeat. Ethan felt the familiar surge within, the tug at his senses, willing him to slow the seconds and craft the perfect counter-argument. Unbeknownst to him, Lily watched the peculiar pause, her senses attuned to the natural rhythms of the world. She frowned slightly, tilting her head. The ivy leaves rustled in what could only be agreement, and a chill ran down her spine. Could it be? In her heart, the earth whispered of another, one touched by the timeless. Later, as the debate audience erupted into applause for Ethan's eloquent victory, Lily made her way to the gardens. Here, among the whispering grass and ancient trees, she could think. As she brushed her fingers against the petals of a blooming rose, she felt the vibrations of the plant's life force, soothing and pure. It was there, in the solitude of greenery and bloom, that Ethan found her. He had wandered out, needing to escape the confining walls and the weight of expectations. "You're Lily, right? I've seen you around," he said, his voice curious, inviting. Lily looked up, her expression guarded yet intrigued. "Yes, and you're Ethan. I enjoyed your debate." Her voice was a soft melody, harmonious with the rustling leaves around them. "Thanks," he smiled, his gaze lingering a moment too long on her connection with the flora. "You seem to have a special touch." "It's just a hobby," she replied, a little too quickly, turning back to her roses. Ethan sensed the shift, the subtle wall she put up, and decided to tread lightly. "Well, it looks like you're quite good at it," he chuckled, then sat down beside her on the grassy patch. "This place, the academy, it's different, isn't it? Feels like it's alive, almost listening." Lily laughed, a sound that seemed to make the flowers around her lean in closer. "Maybe it is," she said, a twinkle of mischief in her eyes. "Maybe we're all just a part of its story." As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the garden, Ethan and Lily continued to talk. With each word, the distance between them shortened, not just in space, but in spirit, as they shared their hopes and the subtle fears of being misunderstood. What they didn't realize then was that this was just the beginning. Not just of a friendship, but of a journey neither expected, one that would lead them deep into the secrets of Silverpine and their own extraordinary destinies. As twilight deepened into a velvety night, Ethan and Lily's conversation meandered from the mundane to the magical, the natural ebb and flow of their words creating a bridge between their worlds. Ethan, ever the skeptic, found himself intrigued by Lily's connection to nature. It was more profound than anything he had encountered, a sharp contrast to his own hidden battles with time. "Do you ever feel," Lily paused, searching for the right words, "like you're waiting for something that's meant to happen but you don't know what it is?" Ethan looked at her, his eyes reflecting the stars above. "All the time, like there's a clock ticking somewhere, counting down to, I don't know, something big." Their eyes met, and in that brief, charged moment, a silent understanding passed between them. They were both outsiders in their own right, bound by unseen forces that pushed and pulled at the fabric of their reality. The air suddenly chilled as a gentle breeze whispered through the trees, causing the leaves to shudder and the night to take on a sharper edge. Ethan noticed Lily shiver and impulsively took off his jacket, offering it to her. "Here, it's getting cold." "Thank you," she said, wrapping the jacket around her shoulders. It was warm and smelled faintly of mint and cedar, a scent that made her feel oddly safe. "You know," Ethan started hesitantly, "if you ever want to talk about hobbies or whatever, I'm here. It's nice to meet someone else who doesn't fit the mold." Lily smiled, a genuine warmth reaching her eyes. "I might take you up on that. It's nice to not feel so alone." They stood to leave, the school bell far in the distance tolling the late hour. As they walked back toward the dormitories, the ancient trees seemed to watch over them, guardians of old secrets and new friendships. The path was lit only by the soft glow of fireflies, their light flickering like tiny stars fallen to earth. Back at the dorm, Ethan lay in bed, his mind replaying their conversation. Lily's words, her laughter, the way she looked under the moonlight, it all felt like pieces of a puzzle he hadn't known he was assembling, and beneath that, the unsettling thrill of his time-slipping ability, which he had struggled to control all evening, lay dormant. For the first time he wondered if perhaps it was a gift, not a curse. Meanwhile, Lily sat by her window, Ethan's jacket still around her shoulders, gazing out at the silver-washed landscape. The earth still whispered to her, but tonight the whispers were different. They spoke of change, of beginnings, and of a boy who could bend time. As sleep finally claimed them, both Ethan and Lily felt a change in the air, a prelude to the adventures and trials that awaited them at Silverpine Academy. They were, after all, not ordinary students, and this was no ordinary school. And as the moon cast its ethereal light over the academy, the shadows seemed to dance, hinting at the mysteries yet to unfold.